Okay, so this week's assignment was to start to think about your business plan, right? And the discussion question was a question about your logo and logo colors. Now, I'm not a graphic designer. I'm an entrepreneur. And a part of being an entrepreneur, I found for me, in particular, as a Black person, we tend to have limited budgets for the things that we want to do. And that stops us from actually getting started a lot of times in ventures and going into entrepreneurship is because we lack a budget around startup capital. And then also we lack a budget around doing a lot of things as far as marketing, logos, websites, and really getting your word out about your company. So one of the greatest things that has ever happened to entrepreneurship is AI. I don't care what nobody said. I don't care what nobody said. AI will allow you to do as much as you possibly can yourself, right? And what happens is the more you can do yourself, the less you have to pay other people to do it. Granted, that's really probably bad for other people's industries. However, it is good for your industry. It is good for your industry. So you have to think about your industry. Anywho, okay, I say all that to say, creating your logo is a huge part of building your brand identity. Looka is probably the greatest tool I have ever found to create a logo. Now, I've been using Looka for quite a while, even before AI took off and generative AI became popular. I don't know, every logo I've created, I believe that outside of, hiring like a graphic designer, which I have done in the past. One of my friends is a amazing graphic designer. However, I needed to do as much stuff to get things off the ground for myself as I possibly could. Enter Lookup. Now, under this video, you will find a link to Looka, and that link goes to an affiliate site that I have a partnership with Looka, right? And the only reason I took on a partnership with Looka and I promote Looka is because I have used Looka for many, 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 many years. And I found it's the easiest way to create a logo when you're not overly tech savvy, or if you're not graphically inclined, or if you have a small amount of graphic experience, but not enough to really put together a really great logo. Again, anywho, enter Looka. And if you click the link, Looka, I will make a small commission from you clicking that link. Okay, so let's get into it. Here we have Looka, right? And in my previous mini lecture this week, I talked about creating your business plan, and I talked about competitors and your brand and marketing, and I used mac and cheese. If you know, you know, as one of my examples. So now I'm going to start to design a logo here. So it says enter your company name. So I'm going to just create a company name based on that mac and cheese reference that I talked about in my previous lecture. Okay, so say if I want to make a mac and cheese company, right? So right here, I'm going to enter my company's name. So I'm going to name this Black's Mac. Black's Mac, right? If you know, you know. Okay, so Black's Mac is going to be the name of my mac and cheese company. So from here, now I'm going to go ahead and click on Get Started. And now this is going to instantly start to work toward helping me build my logo. Okay, so it says pick your industry. So this would be food. Let's see if it says food. All right, so let's say we want, let's say we have a food truck. We're thinking about a mac and cheese food truck. So We selected mac and cheese. First, we selected what our company's name is. Now we're going to pick our industry. I'm going to click go from here. And it says from here, I'm going to pick some logos that I like, right? This is probably the easiest way to create a logo that I've ever encountered. So, okay, I'm going to scroll through here and I'm going to pick a couple of these, and this will allow me to start to build out my logo, right? This is very cool. Okay, so I kind of like this here, this Casey's Corner. I'm going to click that one, right? And I tend to like these black and gold logos, but I'm going to try to stay away from that. Okay, I'm going to step outside of my comfort zone a little bit. So I like this Vessels Yoga here. Let's see what else I like. So you just go through and pick a couple that you like. And then from there, it will start to build out this logo for you. It's very, very, very cool. Okay, so I picked a couple of these. And now I'm going to click continue, right? And now it's asking me to pick my colors. Now, if you remember correctly, we talked about color schemes and branding, right? So I'm going to go with a blue logo because blue tends to be trustworthy. I could also go with green if I was going to do like organic mac and cheese, but it's mac and cheese. I'm not, even though I'm kind of healthy and I tend to eat healthy and I eat things that are good for me. However, mac and cheese is a very different thing. Okay, so I'm going to go with blue because now if you click over these, so here, notice as I clicked over here, it said depth, trust, loyalty, confidence, intelligence, and calmness. Now, this lets me know as I'm building this logo out, they've changed a few things. They've added a couple of really good things since I've used it last, which is very cool. This will be very helpful. And if you use this to help you to start to build your logo. So let's just go through a couple of these, right? So just to see. So maybe I won't pick blue. Let's check them out. Okay, so purple is royalty, power, nobility, right? I love that. Pink is sweet, innocent, sensitive, passionate, playful. Red is power, energy, passion, right? Love that. Orange, joy, enthusiasm, happiness. Maybe I might go with orange. That's a thought. Yellow, sunshine, joy, happiness, intellect, cheerfulness, and energy. Since mac and cheese tends toward the yellow and kind of orange, I might go with one of these, right? Okay, but just let's continue to go, right? So we got the grayscale is power, elegance, reliability. Teal is creativity, inspiration, and green, nature, growth, harmony, etc., etc. All right, so I tend to lean toward blue because, you know, trust, loyalty, and that kind of thing. But I like orange here for my logo. So let's choose orange because mac and cheese brings you joy, happiness, right? Joy and happiness. Good mac and cheese brings you joy and happiness. And we also have sunshine, joy, happiness. You know what? Let's go with yellow because mac and cheese is kind of yellow. Okay, let's rock with yellow. Okay, so now we picked our color. And it says colors help to convey emotions in your logo. Now, this speaks to everything that I talked about in my segment about creating a logo and selecting your logo colors in the discussions in the in our Hillmantok course, Entrepreneurship 212, AI integration and digital innovation. So let's keep going. So here I want to go ahead and click continue. Now we got our company name, which is Black Smack. We can add a slogan if we want to. I'm going to skip the slogan. I can come back to that, right? So if I had a slogan, I could say, oh, the best mac and cheese in Philly. I'm from Philly, by the way. But we're not going to do that now. So I'm going to go ahead and click continue. And from here, it asks me to pick some symbols, right? So let's go with, we can choose food, food truck. Let's see what else. I think that's pretty good so far. All right. So you could go through any of these depending on what kind of logo you're trying to build out. So I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. And from here, look at this. Just like that. I'm snapping my fingers. Just like that. Here we have our logo options. How cool is this, right? So now we can scroll down. Oh, I would kind of like that if it wasn't an ice cream truck on there. Anywho, all right. So from here, we can select what we want, right? So look at this one. I like this. This is an actual food truck here. I could go in there. If I like the basic look of this, I could go in and then start to customize it from there. Okay. And it will allow me to really customize it a lot. All right. So I'm just going to continue to scroll until I find one that I like. All right. Okay. And from here, if I don't like any of them, sometimes this can be like a little bit of a process, but a very cool process. I like the purple royalty tends to be like a black royalty thing. So I kind of like this purple background. All right. So I would just continue to scroll on until I find one that really grabbed my attention. Right. I kind of like this, and I would see if I can swap out, maybe add a food truck to this and tweak that a little bit. So far, I kind of like this one a little bit. This Black's Mac here, right? Very bold and that kind of thing. Again, I like this one as well. So there's a few of them that I actually like, and this is very cool. Ooh, I like this. This is probably grabbing my attention a little bit. All right, so in the interest of time, let's go with this one here, Black Smack. So from here, but again, I could continue to load more logos if I want. Okay, so I kind of like this Black Smack. So I'm going to go ahead in here and customize this, right? So now it's giving me a lot of suggested options, right? Even though I selected this one, right? And then also it'll show you how it will look on your business cards, your social covers, email signature, and it from here it also gives you different variations of this logo, right? Different colors and that kind of thing. So extremely cool. So we could choose whatever we wanted in here and then start to customize this, right? I'm deep in thought here. I kind of like this one as well. So here we go. And you can keep on scrolling until you find the one that you really like best. And once I clicked on to the font here. So it gave me some suggested font types, right? And it gives me different variations of the original logo that I selected. Ooh, I like that one. Okay. All right, so let's click this one. And then from here, I would go over here and this would allow me to start changing some things about this logo, right? So if I wanted to jump into, I could make that lowercase and it continues to change these logos, right? All right, so say if I want to I actually like this one. See how the logo thing gets you? So I can go in and edit, right? So if I wanted to change the name here, I could also do that. So this is how you create a logo extremely easy. And then from here, you could choose different colors. You can change the container. You could really go through this entire process and tweak this logo into something that you want to fit your needs almost exactly um, how it works in your mind. So sometimes it will take you a little while to get used to changing a lot of these things around. but this is how you do it. And if you want to go this route, which is pretty much the easiest route that I've ever found to create a logo really simply, just click the link that'll be beneath this video, and you can go in there and start playing around and create your own logo. Good luck. I cannot wait to see what you guys get. Feel free to, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me, and we can talk about it.